I've been coaching people on money for years now, and I've noticed something. Credit cards can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. They're powerful tools. They can build your credit score, give you rewards, and even save you in an emergency. But when handled the wrong way, they'll quietly drain your wealth and keep you broke. Today, I want us to break down the biggest credit card mistakes that people make every single day. And I'm not talking about abstract, complicated finance ideas. I mean the real-life mistakes that I see my coaching clients struggle with. Mistakes that keep millions of people in the USA and the UK trapped in a cycle of debt. The truth is, many people don't even realize they're making these mistakes until it's too late. And I don't want that for you. So let's walk through them, one by one. Mistake number 1, carrying a balance because you think it helps your credit score. This is such a common myth. I've had clients proudly tell me, "Oh, I always leave a little balance on my card because I heard it boosts my credit." But here's the reality. It doesn't. The credit bureaus don't reward you for paying interest. All you're doing is giving money to the bank. And banks love when you believe this myth because it keeps you paying them month after month. The only thing that matters is paying on time and keeping your utilization low. So, if you've been leaving a balance thinking it's helping, stop today. Pay it off in full. Now, that naturally leads us to mistake number 2, making only the minimum payment. Let's be honest. The minimum payment feels like a relief. You get your bill, maybe it's $1,200, and then you see the small print. Minimum payment due, $35. That feels manageable, right? But here's the catch. If you only pay that $35, it could take you years, sometimes decades, to pay off your balance. And with an average interest rate of around 22% in the USA right now, you'll end up paying 2, even 3 times the original cost of what you bought. Imagine buying a $1,000 laptop and ending up paying $2,500 for it because of interest. That's how dangerous minimum payments are. Mistake number 3, using credit for everyday expenses when you don't have the cash. I get it. Swiping your card at the grocery store or at Starbucks feels easy. You're not parting with real money. But when this becomes a habit, you're training yourself to live beyond your means. And I've seen this spiral out of control. One of my clients started by using her card for coffee runs, then groceries, then small clothes shopping trips. Within a year, she had racked up $9,000 of debt on things that were gone. Coffee, meals, clothes she barely wore. If you're using your credit card just to get by, it's a warning sign that something bigger needs fixing in your budget. Mistake number 4, ignoring your interest rate. Most people don't even know what APR they're paying. If I asked you right now, what's your credit card's interest rate? Could you answer? For a lot of people, the answer is no. And that's dangerous because not all credit cards are created equal. Some are 16%, some are 29%. That difference can cost you thousands. Banks count on you not paying attention. But once you know, you can call and negotiate, or you can look for balance transfer options. Information is power here. Now, let's connect this with mistake number 5, applying for too many cards at once. I see this especially with young adults who are just starting to build credit. They get excited by all the offers. Cash back here, travel points there, a shiny new welcome bonus. Before they know it, they've applied for 5 cards in 6 months. And guess what? Their credit score takes a hit. Every application leaves a mark. And managing so many accounts often leads to missed payments. You don't need every card. You need the right card for your lifestyle, and you need to manage it responsibly. Mistake number 6, missing payments. This one hurts the most because it's so avoidable. Even one missed payment can stay on your credit report for up to 7 years. Think about that. 7 years of explaining to lenders why your score dropped, and all because of one oversight. Sometimes it's forgetfulness, sometimes it's being overwhelmed, but either way, it's costly. Set up autopay. Set reminders on your phone. Do whatever it takes because missing a payment is one of the fastest ways to wreck your financial progress. Mistake number 7, not understanding utilization. This is one of the most important factors in your credit score. Utilization simply means how much of your available credit you're using. Let's say you have a card with a $5,000 limit and you're carrying a balance of $4,000. That's 80% utilization, and that's bad news. Lenders like to see it under 30%, ideally under 10%. High utilization makes you look risky, even if you're paying on time. So if you want to raise your credit score, one of the quickest fixes is lowering your utilization. Pay down your balance or ask for a credit limit increase. Now, mistake number 8 is treating credit like free money. This is more psychological than anything else, because let's face it, swiping a card doesn't feel the same as handing over cash. Cash is tangible. You feel it leave your wallet. A card swipe? Just a beep, and it's done. Studies show people spend up to 18% more when they use credit instead of cash. That means you're more likely to buy the extra dessert, the fancy upgrade, or the impulse gadget. And those small swipes add up fast. Mistake number 9, ignoring fees. It's not just the interest. There are late fees, annual fees, balance transfer fees, cash advance fees, and they sneak up on you. One of my clients was shocked to learn she was paying a $95 annual fee on a card she barely used. Over 5 years, that's nearly $500 gone for nothing. Always read the fine print. If a card's fees don't align with how you use it, it's not worth keeping. Mistake number 10, relying on credit in emergencies instead of building an emergency fund. This is a big one. Life will always throw curveballs. Car repairs, medical bills, job loss. If your first line of defense is your credit card, you're setting yourself up for long-term debt because emergencies usually aren't cheap, and carrying that debt with high interest will only make the situation worse. Building even a small emergency fund, $500, $1,000, can save you from relying on plastic when life happens. And let's be real. I could go on and on because there are so many subtle traps people fall into with credit cards, like closing your oldest card and losing credit history, or co-signing for someone who isn't responsible, or chasing rewards so aggressively that you end up spending more than you would have otherwise. All of these little habits stack up, and before you know it, your financial goals feel out of reach. The bottom line is this. Credit cards themselves are not evil. They're tools. But like any tool, you have to know how to use them. A hammer can build a house or smash a window. It depends on the person holding it. The same goes for credit. If you've been making some of these mistakes, don't beat yourself up. Most people have. What matters is recognizing them and making changes today. Pay your balance in full. Keep your utilization low. Stop chasing every shiny new offer, and for heaven's sakes, stop leaving balances thinking it helps. I've seen clients turn their financial lives around simply by fixing their credit card habits. I'm talking about going from drowning in debt to buying their first home, from being stressed about money every day to finally feeling free. And you can too. So here's my question for you. Which of these mistakes have you been guilty of? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. I promise you're not alone, and sharing your story might help someone else. And if this video helped you, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe for more practical money tips, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. Let's spread financial freedom together.